I don't ever want anybody to give up on your dream. But after a while, you have to take your dream and do different avenues with it. It's still that same dream, but you're doing different avenues with it. But at the same time, I don't want you to give up like I never gave up. I never gave up. I'm not going to lie to nobody. Mentally, I never gave up. Sometimes on the outer core, in 2009, I didn't know what direction I was taking this before podcast. And I never really gave up. I just readjusted everything.
It's amazing that there's not more. You always hear life coach or something like that, job mentor, whatever it is. It's amazing there's not more of it, because that's the entire reason why I am paying a lot more than I need to right now to go to this kettlebell class. You told me, like, buy some kettlebells and just do them at your house. The reason why I can't do that is because I'll get complacent in my workout. I won't do that extra set. So it's amazing.
Knowing the situation before you go into it, Lee,
Mm-hmm.
That's all I ever want people to know. You know why? Because I went into so many situations that I knew dick about. And I had to learn the hard way. How many times do I fucking get in your face about getting into situations that you know nothing about? What do you want to get into that situation for? And because we all do this. It's our natural curiosity to, you know this going in, and I'm so proud of you for that. You can go to kettlebells on Tuesdays. Hey, man, when I do those kettlebell things, I swear to my mother's grave, I put a timer on, Lee. And I count them out because I know I'm only cheating myself. But a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people in life don't know that. You know, when we were kids in gym class and we do push-ups and we do 14 instead of 20, and we look when the coach turned away, you only cheat yourself.
I was the king of that. I was the king.
King of that.
Oh, my God. I would never do any, like, hard work.
No, why would we? I'm not even putting the blame on you. Why would we? If they're not looking, why am I doing this? This is what character's all about.
But then when I would say that, my mom especially would be like, the coach is always like the coach, even if they're not looking, they're like, if they're a good coach, they're looking. They'll see that.
They know.
Like that's when
they know by
when
your
you slack
work
off
ethic,
at work,
they know.
your boss knows that you're on.
At an early age, you're starting those bad habits, which we all do. You don't think I did it? You don't think I did 9 sprints instead of 13? You don't think I just sat there and touched the line when he turned around? I'm fucking lying to you. Yes, I fucking did it.
Of course, everyone, yeah.
But then, and you keep doing it. It's how long you keep doing it, Lee. You could do it till you're 50, like I almost did. Or one day you could stop when you're 26, like you actually did.
I've done it with, I appreciate the compliment. I've done it with some things, and it's like...
You can't do them with everything. But eventually
can.
the percentage gets higher.
Okay, that's all you have to keep working for?
As you get older, the percentage get higher. For 9 months, I walked around in a bad mood because of that fucking book. Thank God Gordon came into my life and eased it out. And I got to think about what I really wanted to write. And I read a bunch of stuff. And I said, this I don't like. There's books I read 10 pages and I just throw away. Like, I know in the 10 pages. Like, it's not going to get better than this because I don't like this style of writing. There's so many things. And then I started doing it, and that was the frustration. Once I started doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentences a day, an outline, my life changed. Because I'm working towards a goal. And I never understood that at a young age. Boy, did it fucking kill me, Lee. Boy, did it destroy me. But then again, I wouldn't be here with you. These are the things you learn along your life that I wish most people who listen to this, you know, there's a lot of people that your father yells at you and says you're going to be a bum, and your mom says shit to you, and you don't listen to them.
Right.
That was me with a mom. That was me. That's a kid with a safety net. You know, he would get up at 7:30 and stay in bed till 8:30 smoking cigarettes. I never saw that in my life. He would sit in bed for an hour and listen to Howard Stern. You know, Howard Stern is great, but he ain't putting a dime in your fucking pocket, and you ain't getting nothing from it. And you're 20-something.
A lot of people, that's honestly why I like this 9 a.m. class, because I would sit on the phone in the morning.
You, how many times have I been tormenting you about get out of the house? Listen.
The entire time.
I'm going to tell you what the biggest secret in life is. Getting out of the fucking house. Get out of the house. Get out of the house. Nobody ever repeats my jokes, Lee. Nobody ever repeats the stupid shit I say. But do you know how many times people come up to me and whisper in my ear, amen? Thank you for getting me out of the house. Nothing good happens on the couch unless you find change and you're satisfied with the 35 cents under your cot. Nothing. I don't care if you go to the corner and put a newspaper on your and make believe you're looking for a job at 9 in the morning. Just do me that favor. For the first week, just get out of the house at 9. Even if you just go to the corner, hit the mailbox, and walk back, and go right back to sleep. You took a shower, you ate, you made some notes, you wrote down your goals, and you got up and you walked around. I don't care if you're home by 10:15. I don't give a fuck if you're home by 9:15. As long as you leave the house. Because after a while, leaving the house catches on. It becomes contagious. And you realize, let me go for a walk. Let me go for a longer walk. Look at this, a pizza parlor with a help wanted sign. And here I am walking around looking for ads. Let me just start with a help wanted pizza job. You accomplish something.
Absolutely. And you accomplish something, and when I get up now, like I had a dream this morning that you called me at 6:30. I was sure when you called me at like 7 that you would call me. Oh, you did call me. I knew you.
Just fucking with you.
But
tell them what I said to you.
I couldn't remember. That's why. That's the one thing when you call me at 6.
Something about fucking Jews are telling you to wake up.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just hung up on you.
That's why I thought it was a dream.
I did that to like 3 of my friends this morning. They called back. What'd you do? Nothing. Don't worry about nothing.
That's why. Like sometimes when you call me at like 6 in the morning, I'll have to I'll pay attention to the call, but then as soon as you get off the phone, I'm like, I have no idea what he said.
No, everybody does. I always say, you sleep, and you go, no, I was just here thinking, right? Doing emails. I know when somebody's asleep.
Not at 6, at
I've
7.
woken up 10 million people in my life on purpose. Do you understand me?
Why on purpose?
Because I got to get them up. You got to get up, cocksucker. You got to get up.
But I'm up. It's late for me on the weekends to sleep till 9.
9 o'clock.
That's late.
There's no reason. And you got to get her up, and you got to accustom people around you to get up. And they'll get up. And they'll see it your way. Because I never saw it. If I got one thing out of Denora, if I got one thing out of my mother, it was getting up early to say hello to the sun. That stupid saying has stayed in my head since I was 4. She used to throw me out of the house. She used to say, oh, barache, but patio. That means get to the fucking backyard. We had no backyard.
Which meant you had to go and walk around.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of the house. When I'd be in the bar playing those stupid pinball games, she'd walk over and take the quarters off and go, that's it, enough. Go. Out. Go walk. Go get hit by a fucking car. Do something, but you can't stay here all afternoon in this darkness.
When you first... It's different because your mom passed away. But when you were away from that, did you ever like to stay home? Like, cause my mom was like that, and I rebelled later and stayed in.
I understood where she was coming from.
Oh, I didn't.
Once it got down and dirty in my life, is when I found out how important those things are. When it got down and dirty. You know how many comics I call here and they're not doing nothing? I want you to take a fucking piece of paper and a pencil and write down Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And you pick out the open mics. Pick out 2, 3, 4. Pick out how many numbers there are and which ones are the more important ones. And you'll know which ones are time consuming, which one you could zip in and out of. I just want you to get off the couch every night and do a spot. If you're a plumber, I want you to get up every night and do a kitchen. If you're a painter, go paint a room. All these things add up. You know, I used to, at night, when I quit high school, loser Joe Diaz, thief, burglar, piece of shit. I still went to class twice a week from 7 to 10 at night. Took something. Intro to plumbing. I took a Teterboro fucking International Institute. Me and Tommy Russo, whatever that is. Like
you bring people to take class with you?
Like a vocational school. I talk you into it. I talk people into it. He took welding, I took plumbing. We quit after 6 weeks, but we still went. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand? If it's available to you, take it. I just got something in the mail a month ago from, I signed up over here for kids thing at this park, North Hollywood Park.
Oh, like a
if
camp?
you walk behind there, they have a bunch of things, and I got something for vocational. People who are this age with this type of income, you get a free vocation talk to you. So what? You got to go apply for a job. Or so what? You got to sweep. Somebody's trying to teach you something. Go learn it. If you're under the fucking income limit, go learn it.
I just read this thing, and I know it's not that new, but Starbucks has this thing where they're giving, I think, all employees tuition reimbursement to like Arizona State Online, which isn't Harvard, but free tuition to get a degree when you're in, like, just working at Starbucks. How amazing is that?
You imagine you work 30, 40 hours, whatever the rules are, you have to work, and then take classes online. They can't hand it to you any easier. But then again, I got to see what the guidelines are for Starbucks.
Let me look it up. I think it was pretty lax. Like when I saw it was like now accepting even part-time employees. Let me look. But there was a big story about how a lot of people say, oh, like I had a lot harder when I was younger. College was easier, and people younger, like 20-year-olds, are getting shit for that. And what they said is like something like 70 or 80% of kids in college now have either part-time or full-time jobs.
Yeah.
And it was something like 30% back in the 70s or 80s. It's crazy what people need to do to get
with the
themselves through
tuition.
College.
Parents are having a hard time just sending their kids to school.
Oh my
the kids
God.
got to help out a little bit. If your tuition is 20 fucking G's a year, well, you got to help out a little bit.
And that's low.
Okay.
Honestly, that's
So,
low.
Let's pretend you got a job and you pay $5,000 out of 10 a year. I could live with that. I could live with that, and you should be able to live with that.
Oh,
as
yeah.
long as you're not taking complete school loans.
I was very lucky. My parents they got split up, so the deal that we made is we each pay a third. So I got. There's a lot of kids who are stuck with the whole thing. So I got very lucky in that respect.
You know, and you get stuck with these things. And what job to come out to? Look, you came out and you had a couple of different options. Right now, you're creating a position, which I talk about a lot. Creating a position is always what advances the future in this shit. It's always one. It started with one guy making a fucking iPhone.
Yeah.
Part-time, you know, like just it. Those, when you were a kid, if you ever write down how many different things you did, you know, you probably went to ballet, you played PE football, you played baseball, you joined Aikido. You didn't like Aikido because your friend Nick went to karate. So you went to karate. From there, you wanted to play the guitar, but your friend played the guitar, so you learned how to play the bass. You did that all for 2 years. You know, we do all these things. Then we shed different things along the way, and we pick up the things that we're strong at. You know, so if you're a baseball player, by the time you get to high school, even though you lettered, even though you played bitty basketball and 13 or 50-year-old football and Red Raiders, you narrow it down to one thing and work on that. Correct?
That seems like that's how my life went. My mom I always wanted to stay home all summer and just like watch TV, and I was never allowed to do that. It used to piss me off. She would sign me up for stuff, and in high school, I remember I got signed up. I hated it when I was there, but looking back, it was probably I signed up for the only 2 video classes at this vocational high school in the town next to me, at a summer camp for kids. Like, and that's honestly, that was the summer before high school. Wow, that's great. I never thought about this. That's the summer before high school, and then starting freshman year, I took every video class they ever gave, and yeah, wow, that fucking summer camp.
The more I learned how to speak English, the less television I watched. So by the time I was 9 or 10, my television skills were very limited. I couldn't wait to get out and talk English. I couldn't wait.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I couldn't wait to get out and see a new word. You know, at that time I was putting words together in my head. I mean, by the second grade, I had learned pretty good English. I was getting good grades. I was taking aptitude tests and passing them. But I couldn't wait. It was different for me because I couldn't wait to go outside and speak English. I couldn't wait for those things. You know, TV really wasn't. I think in the first and second grade, before I got after I got hit in the head with a lunchbox, before I went to karate was the only time I would stay at home. I would go home, eat like a sandwich, and do a little homework, and then I would get walked to karate 3 or 4 days a week on the Upper West Side. So I was always one of those guys that I watched TV, but it didn't dominate me.
Oh, I loved it.
Then as I got older, you know, then there came a time when I got settled, and I watched The Honeymooners, but that was at night. That was after 10:30. I never really got myself into. Then I watched Sanford and Son Fridays at 8 and 9. That was a certain time period for me, and I watched Chico and the Man. But that wasn't going to happen every night of my life. I would watch Welcome Back, Kotter, or there was a movie on a thing on the other night, The White Shadow. It was a show on CBS about a white coach with a black basketball team. So I definitely watched that because I was into basketball. And I wanted to go to college, so I wanted to see what the lifestyle was like.
Was it you just not liking TV, or was it like a rule from your mom?
I think it was a combination of 3 things. Even at an early age, I liked television, but I didn't like the control.
What do you mean?
I didn't like the control it had over me. I didn't like that there was times I would sit in front of that TV for 3 hours.
Oh, easy.
That's why I hated Star Trek, and I'd turn it off at 6 o'clock and I'd go do something else. Like, I just hated it. The more I did it, I hate it. And even today, I come home, I'm doing a couple things, and my wife is in the living room working. She's got the TV on, listening to CNN or whatever. And sometimes I'll sit down, but the most I could sit down in the daytime is maybe 15 minutes. So I won't watch anything. I'll just sit there having a conversation with her, thinking about my next move. But I'm really against that. What the fuck are you giggling about? Nobody.
Why did you like him? What did he do?
He did an error.
I knew a second ago, but now keep going from where you told it, because then.
You know that little forehead you got?